Morning show, as I say, a twice needing come out the Elmenchia, and any of very interesting topics and highlight here. But and to me, Uncle Basso, youth employment to homes and some and come out before I year breaking them. Now, me cassette for me, sir, and then I buy in a yet NABCO. Knowing very well that the burden is directly going to be on government. Need to burden. I buy you a national alternative at the bend livelihood program. Yeah, I buy national entrepreneurship innovation program. Na yeah, near YEF, near youth employment agency. Yeah, we all these things. In the long run, it's a direct burden on the shoulders of government. Government. The sustainability of these programs in the long run becomes questionable because they can't anyhow. And
questionable. The thing is not supposed to be a permanent your exit plan. That means, say, if you have been unemployed before.
I've been unemployed before. Me real school. Me pay juma for some years.
Yes.
So I've been unemployed before.
So that time Nana say obi say me ma temporary job be for 3 years. E be a salary no and through send year open no. But obema o cushion be at least you subsist. Betimi as you half a kakra didi you won't be a burden on your parents in any amount. I think you would have grabbed it at that time.
Me the recipient there. You see, I'm not talking in terms of the recipient.
I'm talking in terms of government.
Yes, I'm not talking in terms of the recipient. I'm talking as obia minim economics kakra.
Yes.
Minim say. You say if for instance the NEIP government you started with $100 million.
Yes.
Okay. That $100 million. I believe so. Okay. Mr. Awudu, we've seen that in the field of agriculture.
Oh, Sammy, don't even that is when we say that money, it's been done. It's been done. It's a CI coso. You've not been following. Google says was a NEIP. Individuals here support Tomo. That's where this presidential pitch thing came in. I support Tomo, more develop more. You want go into farming, agro processing. Any echo that one is a. Apart from that one, there was direct employment to now about amount salary. In regards to NABCO ni other models NYEP no and also so individuals support more with finances in their manner anyway and it's been going on. And if you say it is not one-sided thing, say yeah way na ya way, it is going hand in hand. My expectation is that with even the NABCO no area be the person, you should train the person towards exiting now or no benya capital be or man capital be to start something. Because as we say they say we are moving towards a system public employment, public wage bill no eco high. So if you are able to get resources to support individuals to set up their own small businesses and or set business ebi obefa nipa mi no anamiasa, those people are employed. That is the way to go. That one I agree. But immediately, obia every university, a stopgap measure probably be manual to say in the form of NABCO. I think it's very important for that person to be able to at least live for some time to plan how obey. Even though a binomo also, even while they are at school, they even plan what to do. Some people, when they bring proposals, government should be able to support them to establish their own business. But then don't let us say NABCO ni other NYE programs so no I say to know it's completely a waste. Because
no, we haven't said it's a waste.
Yes, I know. You are talking of expenditure, it may not be sustainable. That is why exit plan was they say it's a stopgap measure. A temporary measure.
I would, for instance, for instance, modules are. And I saw the modules for the implementation of the alternative livelihood program as well. The national. We have modules on running. Educate Ghana.
Yes.
Heal Ghana. Feed Ghana. Revenue Ghana. Digitize Ghana. Civic Ghana. And
Feed Ghana is the agri sector.
Yes, I know. So for instance, educate Ghana.
Yes, that's
how
teaching.
Many teachers?
Yes.
And we training school.
Yeah.
When we colleges of education now,
yeah.
when we pay employment that they haven't gotten employment. How many of
them?
I'm
not aware of that.
There's a huge number of them.
I think the backlog has been cleared.
No, it's not.
It has been cleared. We have to check.
We'll check.
Last time Armenia is here.
Hugh Ghana.
Because what I knew.
Hugh Ghana.
Yes.
Nurses are one more entry into the health sector.
Yes.
So many of them.
You see, some of I owe Hugh Ghana. The same nurses now. Some of NABCO program.
Yes,
some are nurses. There was no immediate. Let me explain.
You see,
and yes, some of them, if you look at some of those people, the same nurses now permanently. Because a salary of a nurse is definitely different from salary of NABCO employee.
The nurse will earn higher.
Higher. So if you don't have resources, don't let the idea is that don't let the nurse stay at home for long. You get the nurse into NABCO.
So it's government's way of trying to pay less for the same service.
No, Sammy, you don't get it. I am saying immediately I buy no unto me employ more all at a go. So there are few resources kakra wo ho no. You take them into NABCO, begin to give them something. Whilst when the finances are good, then you absorb them permanently. And that has happened to thousands and thousands of some of these nurses. It's been a backlog. You remember, say, I don't know, say, IMF program, we could not employ the numbers that we needed from nurses and teachers. You remember? Even though government then disputed the facts. But there was a backlog of nurses, any teachers. In fact, for the first time, who said essential service providers, he said nurses are not omotifie. That was the first time to my few life on this earth, my few years on this earth. That was the first time this modern era, I think the Fourth Republic, nurses, essential services like service providers like nurses are omotifie because of IMF program. But so there was a backlog. So how do you clear the backlog? Who need resources to take them all at once? Whilst you take a few permanent ones.
Are you saying that before President Kufuor's era, there wasn't a backlog of nurses?
I can't recollect.
There was.
I can't.
There was.
I can't because none nurses cry ni ho.
What are you saying?
Oh, Massa, there was. There was a time. Google. There was a time. Look, because of low pay in India, now they were exiting. Omuko UK. That's how there was a. There was a period in this year. Nurses, they were all leaving to UK and America and other places. Nurses. America, US, US, UK.
But
they were leaving.
Health professionals attrition, you say,
exactly. Look, so we have even had shortage. Look, who call me Chrome, say, district hospital. One doctor, sometimes one doctor no cry no. He oscillates. Nurses are in there. Exactly. So we actually need them. It's just the resources to employ them. We need them because there are many rural areas that need nurses, adequate nurses, I should say. But because we don't have money to absorb them, so that has been the problem. So Sammy, it's very important. Say you do these things to cushion people a bit, but you also find a way of creating businesses, help supporting people, and that's what throughout this COVID period. Advisors are support individuals to put up a private businesses, and you just mentioned NEIP, which through the presidential pitch, Oma support to thousands of people, young people to go into their businesses to get their own businesses to do, and very critical. You were also talking of now my name is
why not?
Land reclamation now. Land reclamation say after a galamsey, about fighting galamsey, and the land needs to be reclaimed. They say you're reclaiming assassin. And you were mentioning 20 billion Ghana cedis, and no now say obey needed to a. This figure, well, Abaya mentioned, but I saw it to be something that government mentioned to let us see the impact of land degradation any Ghana. But I'm not sure say we actually needed 120 billion to claim our land. Maybe other things, not just your friend saying Galamsey areas. If you talk of land reclamation, it may not be only Galamsey areas. It may be even the northern sector. Yeah, use your friend saying trees for other things, fuel, charcoal, fuel, wood. And my friend saying, yeah, use for other forms of fuel,
energy,
charcoal, any other things. So, and there's been some degradation there. So all that I'm suspecting is part of Scano Ebe here to do it nationally and not just Galamsey areas. But for me, I'm not sure say we need that much to do only Galamsey area. It may be a national Abayan Oka 20 billion. It may be a national project that if we want to do proper afforestation or reforestation, you need that amount to do it nationally, but not Galamsey areas. Because if you mention Small Scale Miners Association held a press conference when government said it was 20 billion, they needed 20 billion to claim land of Galamsey area. They disputed the figures. And I'm saying that maybe the details were not given to them, that it could be a national project to the whole 20 billion and be needy. But land reclamation is very important. You were also talking about if we had kept excavators, we could use those ones too. I know some of the excavators are still with Abayin.
Oh really?
Oh yes, some are still there, and some are still there. Oh, let's say some were confiscated, and you talk of missing, some were missing. But those excavators, no, they were never missing. No, they got back to the original owners, and that's the problem I had, that we should not keep them. If you have used
how did they get back to the original owners?
This is a system. People have taken it, then they've given the owners go back, they give it back to them. I am saying that you were saying that somebody sits in Accra.
And they give it back to them on what basis?
I don't know, but I'm telling you that some of these have gone back.
These are
They've gone back.
Illegal things that have been done.
So I am saying that you sit in Accra. You were saying that you sit in Accra. You buy your equipment for maybe 250,000. I don't know how much it costs. Maybe over $200,000 or something for that equipment. Then you give it to somebody to said he was going to do small scale mining. You said he brings you fake documents. Well, if he brings you fake documents and listen, you pay for it. The person takes it and engages in Galamsey, and the equipment is seized. I was in support of the burning. We have a system where people, you return, you give, government takes the government officials will take these equipment. They go to park them. All of a sudden, they disappear, and they get back to the Galamsey areas.
So what happened to government being accountable in the sense of the prosecution of people who are supposed to have these excavators, who have through any means gotten these excavators back on site? What happened to prosecution?
Yes.
To be a deterrent.
Yes.
You think that if people had been prosecuted,
yes,
this your position about burning of the excavators would have been your position?
It will not.
It will not.
Because
so it is the government's own failing.
Yes, I agree.
It is the government's own failing.
I agree that if you get somebody who is engaged in illegal mining, prosecute the person.
So if
send
the government
to court.
If the government did not prosecute its own
because
people,
we are not prosecuting,
who
you know why?
These excavators back into the system.
We are not prosecuting the people because look, let's face it, MPP NDC, because this fight started under a previous regime. They fought it down. President Akufo-Addo has continued. Why all these years no politician has been prosecuted, and yet there are politicians involved in this menace? Why? That is the problem. So they think that if I cannot prosecute you, at least I can bend your machine.
But you see,
you remember
for the ordinary Ghanaian,
yes,
for the ordinary Ghanaian, yeah, you can destroy his property. The ordinary Ghanaian.
Which ordinary Ghanaian?
The man who is doing the mining.
You remember the MPP national chairman?
I don't want to, that one. The undertones.
They were what?
There were undertones.
Undertones, what means what?
There were
what,
undertones.
What were the undertones?
So, you me can
but
there were undertones.
Yeah, CZ Obi National.
There were undertones to that one.
There
were undertones.
Oh, governing party, women's organized. Yeah, CZ no man, you are talking about undertones. The AT and CZ. Undertones in the
just because a crab or there, won't come.
Na crab,
by a scorpion there, a scorpion there, a crab there,
by two.
Exactly.
I totally agree with you.
Exactly.
I agree with
the
you.
officials who are doing the nation harm are still opposed and doing their work.
That is why.
But the Ghana man.
That is why I totally agree with you that we need to punish.
I read on air a report by the Auditor General.
Yes.
Businesses who have license to mine, who have also dug these same holes and left them. Yes. The Minerals Commission is aware per the Auditor General's report.
And you know, some of these things, they are even contracts to show that when you finish, you have to reclaim the land. Agreements have been signed to that effect, and yet these people finish and leave the pace there. That is the system. You don't know who is answerable to who. It's a problem. Oh. So if you are, look, somebody said that sometimes you need some kind of heavy-handedness to be able to deal with Ghanaians. I am telling you. Ghanaians are so stubborn that, look, if you don't use some kind of dictatorial tendencies, you cannot govern Ghanaians. And sometimes you don't, dictatorial tendencies just mean that, I am not saying you should go and arrest somebody and go and put him. When somebody commits a crime, prosecute the person, no matter who the person is.
Simple.
That's the only way we can fight the menace in this country.
Look,
the problem of this country is attitudinal. If we don't change our attitudes, we will talk and talk and talk. Even the money to develop this country we will not get.
All right. Awudu, and the permit say for once, when we are joining.
Oh,
when we are joining for once, when we are joining.
When we are joining that.
Na difference here. Na facha me say and then my foul time.
Oh, yeah, because issues now more discussion are very important.
Yeah, facha me.
May NABCO, especially this NABCO issue, it's been lingering, as Dennis said. It's been there. Look, government should do something about it. I plead. The finance minister said 1 year BB. At least one release BB kakra. One chair mu BB kakra.
Yeah, the best here. Na, yes, you're fortunate.